Right, wait. Before we start the video, I need to tell you something. Now, this is the kind of video that get lots of views over the time. And most of the views obviously won't be from people subscribed, because this is the kind of video that people look up on YouTube. They'll be like, oh, top 3 etc. for Town 11. Now, if you just scroll down and you look at my channel icon, you'll see that I don't exactly have the most of subscribers. I'm assuming it still says 62 there. Now, for the people who aren't subscribed, I really appreciate if you could subscribe, because I do upload content relevant to all Town Hall levels. And if you don't subscribe, you might miss something that you really wanted, and you never know. It could really help you, so please do subscribe. I really appreciate it. Now, you can watch the video. What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be doing something, obviously. You knew that, I don't have to tell you that. But first, I want to explain, I haven't been uploading this yet, but that is because I have had a very, very sore throat recently. And honestly, you should try doing my intro with a sore throat, it really does not work. I did try, and then my mouth just almost died. So, yeah, never try it. And honestly, it's one of my videos, really one of my videos without my intro. I just can't make videos without doing my intro. So, anyway, yeah. So as you can tell, this is not a max space, but you can look at it if it's a max space. That doesn't really matter, I don't suppose, because just pretend it's max, and there you go. It's really space. And since it's Town 11, it's got all the things Town 11 has, so we can use the base. But anyway, yeah, we're going to go over the top 3 attack strategies for this Town Hall. Now, you see quite a few people who are, I don't know how to put it, I'll just put it nice, not so good at Clash of Clans, using E-Drag as a Town Hall 11, thinking that's the best strategy, but I'm actually putting E-Drags in 3rd today. So, yeah, we'll be explaining that first. So, E-Drags. E-Drags, it looks quite simple, I mean, the way you deploy it, but it's got a lot of steps and it ends up being quite complicated. But basically, what you're getting, pretty much just don't take all E-Drags. You're gonna want some balloons, maybe 10, maybe a little less, maybe a bit more. Your personal preference, really, and maybe just some troops. Just funny. This doesn't really matter with E-Drags. I mean, the E-Drags don't do a good enough job themselves with the heroes, but you can. Right now, we can. Well, the first stage is going to be deploying the heroes, isn't it? To go around the side and funnel. So let's say we want to. Now let's just attack from the north face here, shall we? Because it's closest face. Sorry, and there we go. So we might as well attack from here. Now we want to get our heroes to walk either down this side or down this side. Or it doesn't really matter in this case. I think, yeah, the sides are identical, so they can get the same amount of value, but normally you want to look to see which side has more value. Best value of E-Drugs you want to get is air defenses. Air defenses are not great with E-Drugs, so if you can get those, that's good. If you can't just get any value, you can get along the sides. So, the heroes should just walk down there. You might want to bring, like, I don't know, Super Wall Breaker or 2, just to break them in the base and get some more value, and they could even get this air defense in this case, you should do that. Your choice really with that. But on the other side, you want to funnel the actual E-Drag itself. So, let's say we've done the heroes on this side over here. We can funnel them. Always send a balloon first. So I test for a Tesla farm or a Seeking Air Mine. If there is a Tesla farm or a Seeking Air Mine, then you probably want to. Well, sorry, a Seeking Air Mine doesn't matter if the balloon catches there. But if there's a Tesla farm, you want to probably send it to more balloons just to take it out, because Tesla farms are very annoying with E-Drags. Anyway, E-Drag should chain through this section. You can leave this section to the end of the E-Drag, because this whole section will be cleared, and the heroes might even come around and clear this section. They do have a lot of HP and surprisingly powerful. But, yeah, we've followed the sides now, and now we can actually start sending the main force attack in. Now, with E-Drags, because they're quite slow, you want to send in the balloons first, to go and take out the initial defensive attack of the black mines, and you can send in the E-Drags after them, and then they should push into the base. But now, very specifically, you want to do 2 rage spells to get all the E-Drags. Make sure you spread them. So like spread them across the whole side. Well, not the whole side, but most of the side. And then you want to do 2 rage spells just so you can get the maximum value, but they're also alive, right? And then you want to use the Grand Warden's ability straight away. No wait, just use the Grand Warden's ability to protect all the balloons so you can catch any secret landmines and tank the air defenses and just take out the initial defenses. And by the time you've done that, you probably will have taken out this whole section, and just with a chain from the E-Drug. And basically, you have some spare Rage and Freeze. You just clean up back end really. I mean, it's not too complicated of an attack, which is why so many Town Hall 11s like this attack, as you can see here. We have E-Drug. Obviously, this is not the right kind of E-Drug for using dragons. Probably one of those players, I mean, people who are not so good at Clash of Clans, like, try to be nice at, but quite hard. So yeah, it's really quite simple. Just drive the E-Drug through. I should mention, the only spells you need are Rage and Freeze. You see people take haste for them, and it shows haste in the practice, Electro Surgery, but it really doesn't work with E-Drugs. Rage, get through the air defenses, Freeze through the air defenses, that's all that really matters. Never ever take Lightning. Ever. Like ever. Ever. I can't say that. Ever. E-Drugs need the Rage spells, otherwise they just stop. Like, E-Drugs are very slow, the Rage spells speed them up. You could argue that that's why you need haste spells, but no, haste spells just doesn't work. The amount of times I see people try and use haste spells and fail, just no. So anyway, that is the third best attack at Town 11. Now let's move on to the next one. Power of Everything. Oh, the magic of everything truly is beautiful. Here we are again, all our drawings gone. And yeah, which back in the base, ready for the number 2 attack at Town Hall 11. Now, this is interesting. I mean, there are multiple stuff we could use here. I mean, I've got one for number 1, and you probably know it is a personal favourite of mine. I'm not going to reveal it yet, but I'll be putting this top for a lot of tunnels, because I do believe this is the top attack strategy for like high tunnels, but I won't mention it yet. But anyway, second best attack strategy for Town 11. We have the Queen Charge Hybrid. I mean, we don't see it at Town Hall 14 anymore because the Gigapoid will shred those riders and mines, but it is still a popular attack at Town Hall 11, 12, and 13. Even though it doesn't really work at Town Hall 14 anymore. But I'm just trying to do it right. So obviously you need at Town Hall 11, I say an even split of Hog Riders and Miners. At Town Hall 13 and 12, probably want more Miners than Hog Riders, but Town Hall 11, I say, because the armor count space, like, even split Hog Riders and Miners. And obviously the idea of the Queen Charge is get maximum value, and create pathing for the hybrid. Which is really the main purpose. I don't know, but I mean, you could argue even the main purpose, but that's not the point. Anyway, Queen Charge Hybrid is different from Queen Charge Lolly, because the Queen Charge Hybrid, you want to take Queen Charge Lolly, you want to get maximum value. You do a long Queen Charge and you take out the core. But with Queen Charge Hybrid, you don't actually need to take out the core. You just want to take out some of the side compartments and do a slightly shorter Queen Charge, so the hybrid runs into the core. Which is not really what you do in the Queen Charge Lalo. I mean, you can, but it's not advisable to send Lalo into the core, because that's normally what all the red mines and black mines are, which take out the balloons. And like I showed you in my base building video, the balloons tend to path around, the lava helms tend to path around the elephants, and it's all just a big mess. So, Queen Charge Hybrid, you don't Queen Charge into center, otherwise you don't, because this is not real idea. Queen Charge Center. You need 2 heal spells with Queen Charge Hybrid. Unlike in the Queen Charge Lala, you can take rage spells for the Lala and for the Queen. You can use it on either one. You have to take 2 heal spells, so you have less rage spells, and the Queen can't take as much damage. So, yeah, you don't want to do it as fancy as a Queen Charge as you would in Queen Charge Lala. But let's not talk about Queen Charge. Let's actually show you how to do it, shall we? Now, like I said, idea to get maximum value and create pathing, and value Town 11, Eagle Artillery, would be nice. Enemy heroes, not including the Grand Warden, that would be good. Like, so Queen and King. Inferno Towers Expos are nice, especially multi-target Inferno Towers. And anything else you can get rid of. Splash is good, Bomb Tower and Wizard Towers, so get those. And you want to charge your Queen into wherever you can get the maximum amount of any of those. Now, this is tricky because there's a lot of stuff in the middle that's good, but I'd say for this kind of base, you want to take out this sort of an area here, like this. I'd say that best for a Queen Charge Hybrid on this base, because you've got the Expo here, Queen, Grand Warden, who does a lot of damage even though he is technically a building, and just you've got a Bomb Tower, Wizard Tower, and yeah, that's just a lot of splash over here that could destroy your hybrid. So this would be a good section to take out here. Now, you obviously need Super Wall Breakers. You can use one more breakers, but Super Wall Breakers is more advisable. Depends on what you have really. I mean, you'd probably want to break in here. Maybe charge your Queen from here, and then tunnel this part with Baby Dragon or something. And you'd wait to deploy the healers, sending a Balloon Test like mine or a Tesla farm. Deploy the healers once you're sure they're on, and your Queen should just walk around here. You can funnel this maybe with the King if you really want to do. You could run down here, but it doesn't really matter what you funnel that with. So this will be open. The Queen could go in here, and then you probably wall break again. Well, you probably have to wall break 3 times because I think the wall break goes to this wall first. Because of the way wall break AI has worked. I've done a lot of testing on that, by the way, so I'm pretty sure that's right. So the wall breaker, third wall breaker should break over this wall, and then you can charge this, this whole big here. I'm not going to call it this, it's not multiple compartments, but yeah, it's a lot of value there from the Queen charge. Now we can do the actual hybrid. So I mean, hybrid is not that complicated. If you have a siege machine, by the way, donated by your clanmates, then with the hybrid, I'd use either the blimp or the siege barracks. These are probably the best. I mean, you can use the wall breaker for the Queen charge, but those two I'd advise personally. Now, not what I said about the King down here. He's best used with the hybrid up here. With the siege barracks, if you have that. I mean, the blimp can get extra parving and value. If you do use blimp, mate, you want to extend the parving and value the Queen charge has got. Don't just send it right into the middle. To go and get the town hall, that won't work. Extend the Queen charge. Right. Now, you could see the parving for hybrid here, really, can't you? I mean, you can send in a couple of forward or something to take out this area, and then you can basically just. It's very clear parving here. You have to go. You pub into the core. You might want to like break your King into here, take out this section, so the hybrid pass straight into the core here, and then you probably want to use the Grand Warden's ability in here, obviously, for the Inferno Towers, and then just spread out and play the rest of the base. So, definitely a lot harder than E-Dragons, but if you pull it off right, it can be a lot more effective. So, there we go. I mean, I guess we'll get to some more magic editing, because that is the end of the second attack. Let's get on with one. Ready for this? 3, 2, 1. Magic. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, with the power of editing. I mean, nothing really changed. I forgot to get rid of the drawing. Let me just rub that with a big rubber. Small rubber. Alright, we'll increase the size of the rubber. Okay, this is starting to sound really inappropriate. Let's just ignore the stuff I've just said. Right, we've got a big rubber now. I think. Oh no, well, I don't know why it's still so small, but okay. Just undo it. Oh, all right. We just got rid of it all. Anyway, what am I doing? Right. So yes, we need to get on to the top attack. Of course, I should stop wasting time. I'm too nervous. I'm sorry. Anyway, we've now got the top attack. I'm about to reveal it to you. You ready? Better be listening. 3, 2, 1. Yes, that's right. It is, of course, the Lalo. Now, as you know, it's a personal favourite. I mean, if you don't use the Lalo, there's something wrong with you. And if you can't use the Lalo, then there's definitely something wrong with you. It's such a beautiful attack. You can easily overwhelm the boss, and it just crushes it. And you have plenty of time to throw it at the end, normally. Not Queen Charge Lalo, but we're not doing Queen Charge Lalo, we're just doing Sui. Normal Sui Lalo. Now, what I love about Sui Lalo is you can actually get so much value with the Sui without even using too much housing space from the actual troops. It's really cool. Now, you obviously use King Queen to the Sui. You don't use the Grand Warden unless your name's Nick and you have a question mark after your name. But yeah, so Sui you want to get high priority target, obviously Eagle Artillery. You can get carving as well, but that's not necessary. Eagle Artillery is high priority target. I'll go for this quickly. I'm too fast so you don't understand. But Inferno towers explode, stuff like that, boring stuff we already know about. Like, this whole area here, my drawing just got put on the rubber instead. Right, anyway, like I was saying, this whole area here, would be good. I mean, looks like we got some perfect cinema with the hybrid energy. All you need for this is a jump spell for this, and Vice Girl. That's all you need. You just take out this whole commander, which almost went to the Queen Choke or the Queen Choke right there. It's absolutely incredible attack structure, right? And then you could like start sending Lob Hounds at different angles with the different attack balloons behind them. Absolutely fantastic attack strategy in Clash of Clans right now. So definitely be using the light. I mean, look at this. You can literally overwhelm the base. You just pop they literally gather up together here. And like only one Lala Hound has died by the time you got to him, most likely. I do a lot of Lala, so I can begin to estimate this. But you can haste through the core, get through all the big defenses that you haven't taken out, and you can just finish off at the end here. Now, it's an absolutely incredible attack. I've done lots of videos on it in the past. I don't really need to explain it too much. You can just go and check out the videos. I had done a 10 or 11 video on Lala before, so go check that out. So yeah, that is the top 3 attack for 10 11. Thank you guys so much for watching. Banana Boy out.